this video, I'm going to teach you how to animate a graphic using the scaling, rotation, and opacity transform settings in the layers. So I've already created a composition that we're going to work in, so we can dive right into this. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring in our asset, which for this video is going to be an iPhone with the Bosse School of Music logo embedded inside of it. Now, using opacity, rotation, and scaling, we're going to animate this logo and we're going to do something cool with it. Specifically, we're going to make it look like this thing is zooming at us from a far off distance and settling into this position right here. So first things we're going to do is we're going to go over to our layers and we're going to bring down our options here at the bottom, and we're going to go to the transform settings, and there you'll see your scale, rotation, and opacity. Scale means changing size. Rotation is, rotating the graphic, the asset around, on its axis. And opacity changes it from a solid to, opaque and then invisible. So, and everything in between. So we want it to wind up like this. So we're going to jump ahead to the 2-second mark. Our animation is going to take 2 seconds. We're going to jump ahead to the 2-second mark, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn on the animation on these options by hitting these stopwatches. And what these do is they activate the keyframe settings, and the keyframes indicate that whatever these keyframes are set to is what this asset's going to be doing at this point in the timeline. So we've just set it so that at this point this is going to look like this. So now we're going to jump all the way back to the beginning, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to adjust the scaling. And we're just going to come over here and we're going to grab this and we're going to slide it out, and as we do, this gets smaller. But it looks like it's actually getting farther away from us. It looks like perspective, which is cool. And if we play it, it looks like it's traveling towards us, not just increasing in size. So that is pretty fancy. So we've got that part, and that looks pretty cool. So now the next part is we want to have it rotate so it sort of spins as it comes up and hits the screen. So we're going to go down here, we're going to grab our rotation, and we're going to rotate it. And you can see it moving all the way back there. And we're going to rotate it all the way around. You can see it's rotated at an angle all the way around. And when we hit play, now it does that. That looks even cooler. Now, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to mess with the opacity. And what the opacity is going to do is create it sort of fade in, which will kind of enhance that whole idea of it traveling over a great distance, like it's disappearing into the atmosphere. So we're going to jump to about this point in the timeline, and we're going to set a keyframe like this so that we know that at this point the opacity is going to be 100%. And then we're going to jump back to the beginning, and we're going to bring this all the way down to 0. So now it's completely invisible. Where is it? I don't know. It's gone. And if we hit play, it comes out of nowhere and rotates up to the screen and lands so we can see Bosse School of Music in an iPhone. And that's pretty nice. So that's your animation, and hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time.